Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to go over how to put a gradient colour into the background of the pages on your Squarespace website. So I'm going to cover how to get the page background ID using Chrome Developer Tools, how to add a gradient to a single page or all of your pages, and also how to add it to an individual page within an index. So I'll go over that later on in the video. Okay, so first off I'm going to get the ID of the page background. So if I go to pages and then select the page that I'm going to be changing, and then I'm going to right click somewhere close to the edge of the page where there aren't too many elements, and then go to inspect. And then if we come across to our Chrome Developer Tools, I'm looking for an ID of main. Now this is a Brian family template, so I know that I'm looking for main as the background ID. Now this will vary depending on which template you're using. So for example, if you use Wexley, I know that that uses a page background class of #canvas. So it's just trial and error depending on which template you use, and if you're struggling to find your template, just drop me a question in the comments below. Okay, so I'm going to make a note of the background ID, which is main, also making sure that it's got the capital M as well, otherwise this won't work. And then I'm going to close Developer Tools down. Next I'm going to get the gradient CSS. So there's plenty of websites out there that'll generate some gradient CSS for you. I'm going to use one called Squarespace. Pretty simple to use. You select the direction you want the gradient to go in. So we can go like down, we can do radial. I'm just going to leave it from the bottom to the top right. And then we select our colours. So let's just vary this one up a bit. So we'll go from dark to maybe a light red. And then we just hit generate. And then there we go, that'll generate our CSS. So if we just copy this, come back over to Squarespace, and then to put this in an individual page, we just go to the cog icon on the page that you want to change the background colour of. I'm going to come over to advanced, and then I'm going to put some style tags. So we want left angle bracket, style, right angle bracket, second one gets put in automatically. And then going back to the background class that we made a note of, we want to put dot main, left squiggly bracket, come down a line, paste our CSS in that we've just copied, down a line, and then right squiggly bracket, and hit save. And there we go, we've got our gradient colour. Now the benefit of putting it into the page header is that it won't affect the other pages. So if we come to this other page, you see that that's just plain white. So if we did want to put this gradient background on every page in the site, we'd simply just come across to design, custom CSS, and then we just put, without the style tags, we put dot main squiggly brackets, down a line, paste our CSS in, hit save, and then that will cover every page on the site that isn't an index page. So if we go to pages, we've got color 2, which has the same background now. So how do we add this gradient then to pages within an index? So if we come back to the home page, we'll see that this is an index page. We've got 3 pages within the index, top, middle and bottom, which is middle and bottom. So this is the top canvas that we've got at the top. So let's say for instance we wanted to put a gradient background in this top page within the index. What we do, we come across to our top page, we just click on this cog icon, and then we want to make a note of the URL slug. So quite simple, top. Let's just cancel that. Come back to custom CSS. And then in here we want to put dot collection hyphen type hyphen index. Then we want to put hashtag the slug of the index page that we've just got the URL for. So it was top, squiggly brackets, down a line, paste our CSS in, and there we go, that'll change just the background on that individual index. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, leave us a thumbs up below. If you're not already, please do subscribe for more videos like this, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. See ya.